Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all of them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hale. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Fresno State right back to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got a man in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Boise State's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Cano. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Now on 1st down after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Broncos are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd. 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 Scanning the field, it's Cano. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Throws to the back. It's caught. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did it not?
He's got it inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. So they're right on the doorstep. Couldn't pass it in last time. Maybe they'll just try to pound it in on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Cano. He's got the back in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Ramirez. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Finds his back in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Running back searching for a hole.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Getting some heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown Broncos! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Got it on the outside. It's Tompkins. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down coming up. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And the try is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Looking downfield, it's Cano. He's got it inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Boise State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A first down for the offense. At the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete on the shuffle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He's looking for a man on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Hale. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they're already in the second quarter. They've got over 200 yards thrown.
Pressure coming. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. A shot toward the end zone. And And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It is good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, those...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Handoff from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They move the tight end all over. They'll ride the hot hand. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackle is made after the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. He got it. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it on the left. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Boise State.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. It's a draw. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here we go. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. A new set of downs after the completion. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing.
Rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab outside. It's Allen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down, Fresno State. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Quickly complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. They go to the ground. Sweet cut there. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to him. Into the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or Do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Line getting set on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
To throw, it's Cano. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Broncos! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires one high and deep. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Broncos headed quickly to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Coming after it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. No huddle offense to the line. To the air. It's Cano. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Broncos are in the red zone. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way.
Got enough space. Touchdown Broncos. And the route is on. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He's taking a deep shot. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Whitaker. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 3rd down, going up top. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And, David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so